What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Upper 90 YouTube soccer channel. Today, we are going to be talking about the semifinal between Chelsea and Real Madrid because this game is going to be bonkers when it comes to this semifinal. So stick around as we talk about these matches coming up. Now, for those that don't know who I am, my name is Michael Forstner. I'm a huge soccer fan, huge Chelsea fan. So in today's video, I may be a little bit biased, but again, I think Chelsea is one of the better teams left in the Champions League right now. I think Tuchel has done a phenomenal job in raising the bar for this Chelsea squad. Not saying the other teams don't have a chance, but again, I think Chelsea should be in the final with these upcoming matches and has potential to winning the Champions League with Tuchel this season. Now, I want to talk about this first match coming up tomorrow, which again is against Real Madrid for Chelsea. Now, this is going to be a home game for Real Madrid and a away game for Chelsea, which I think should kind of dictate how each team plays a little bit. Now, I think Madrid by themselves have been playing really, really well the last couple of matches. They've definitely transitioned from being a really high goal scoring, leaving a lot of goals open for the other team, to having a lockdown defense system and actually holding teams to not scoring at all, which again has been a huge game changer through the years with Real Madrid, because when Cristiano Ronaldo was there, they let so many goals in, but they could always rely on Ronaldo for scoring more goals than the other team. But since he's not there anymore, they have Benzema, they have a few other guys. They really have locked down a defensive squad. Now, with that being said, though, they are missing some key players in the defense. Obviously, Ramos being one of them, being the captain, being the leader they've had for so long. I think his presence hasn't been missed too much, but again, when it comes to games like this, a semifinal, it may start showing up with his experience not being on the field, because sometimes those other players start making mistakes and Ramos could have been there to actually tell them what they need to be doing, change how they're doing everything on the field. But because he's not there, that could lead to some issues for the Real Madrid team. Along with that, Mendy is also not playing for them. I'm not sure who exactly will fill into that role for their left back, but because of that, their defense may be a little bit weaker for Real Madrid this upcoming game. Now, going off of that, though, their midfield, again, their midfield's so good that it's hard to really nitpick anything. The three that they got Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric. Obviously, three of the best midfielders in the world by far. And these three have been playing together for so long that their chemistry, what they're going to be doing, is so on point that they can really open up any team, which is why I'm a little afraid, because obviously Kroos can really make an accurate pass, open up the defense, play that ball to Benzema or any other player on the Real Madrid team, and I think that may be an issue. Now, off of that, though, I think Chelsea will sit back as well, and I think their defense, as well as Real Madrid, has been doing really, really well, which we have seen as of lately. Obviously, they've been holding a lot of teams not scoring as many goals, minus the West Brom game, where they can really sit back, let the teams come to them, and then actually hit them on the counter a little bit as well, which, again, Tuchel does that high pressure, almost that gegenpressing type of tactic, but again, he can absorb a lot of the attack and then push back as well. Now, with the Chelsea squad, hard to say who's going to start in defense, because I think Thiago Silva may get the starting role over Rudiger, which I'm not too sure. But again, going off of the experience and everything, I think Thiago Silva may be the better start. Obviously, pairing with Rudiger and Azpilicueta in the back three. On the wings, we're probably going to be putting Reece James and possibly Chilwell. I don't see Alonso starting too many more games. I think Chilwell has definitely been elevating his game each and every game he's been playing, and therefore I think he will be starting. My main concern is in our midfield, though, because Kovacic is still injured. Now, some people may say he's not really that important to our team, but really, he's one of the guys that can break through the lines of other teams. And because of that, he's so versatile in allowing our team to go forward and get those open channels where we can get chances to score goals. Now, not saying Jorginho and Kanté can't do that, but I think Kovacic is one of those better midfielders to open up, like I said, unlock the other team's defense. Now, Kanté, if he is playing well, can definitely do that, but It's hard to say how we're going to be rolling with him, with Jorginho, because Conte may be sitting back a little more, pushing Jorginho up a little bit, vice versa. We'll see. Along with that, I think Mason Mount, who's been having a phenomenal season this year, will be obviously starting. I'm not sure if he'll be on the left or right wing, depending on if we start Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, or if we start Ziyech. Obviously, start Ziyech. We're going to throw him on the right side. We'll throw Mason Mount on the left, and vice versa. If we have Kai Havertz or Timo Werner, we're going to throw those guys on the left, and then Mason Mount on the right. And up top, I think Timo Werner probably will start again. He's scored a goal at least his last game, but again, he's still having those issues with finding and finishing more and more chances that he's getting. But overall, I think he's a player that needs to start because of his pace. He can definitely break past a lot of defenders, and I think he should be doing fairly well. So overall, this first leg, though, I do see a very low-scoring game. It might be a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 type of game. I don't see too many goals coming up unless something crazy happens, whether someone gets sent off or someone just has an amazing day. I don't see too many goals coming off this first one because I think both teams are going to sit back a little bit and try to absorb and acknowledge both teams and how superior or how great they are and how well they've been doing. Because again, right now in the semifinals, you don't want to make too many mistakes. And obviously sitting back this first game gives both teams a little bit of opportunity where Chelsea may want to push a little bit further to get that away goal type of goal. But I think overall, both teams will sit back. Now, obviously, the one thing that we do want to talk about is Eden Hazard. Now, I don't think he'll be starting. I don't think he's fully healthy right now. So I don't think we're going to get a full 90, which probably a good thing for Chelsea. But again, I think he will at least get a solid 30 minutes against us. And he could definitely be an X or a variable that we really can't consider. And he may be able to open up our defense as well. Now, we obviously know the player that Hazard can be. He hasn't been for Real Madrid as of lately. But again, he may have that spark to play against Chelsea, play a little bit better, and beat some of our defense and open up for Benzema or, again, someone else, whoever is starting for Real Madrid. Now, hopefully I'm thinking that Hazard doesn't play at all in this first leg. I'm pretty sure he'll be back in the second leg, probably a full match then. But with this game coming up on Wednesday, I don't see him starting. So, again, I think that will be a deciding factor, how much minutes he gets to play and how well he actually comes off the bench and how well he performs. So, overall, I think this match, again, maybe a little bit of a slower pace. I don't see it getting too crazy, too wild this first one. I think that's going to be the second leg when everything starts going a little bit quicker. Teams are going to take a little more risk, try to score a few more goals, open up the other team a little bit more. But this first game, I think, is going to be a solid defensive match between Tuchel and Zidane. And again, both managers being great managers for their club. I think they know exactly what they need to do to go into this first leg, and that is to at least have an even playing field going to that second leg. And I think that's going to be both their goals for this game. So that's what I have for you today in this match preview for Real Madrid versus Chelsea. Now, if you haven't before, make sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it if you do that. Again, it helps this YouTube channel, helps me out. And comment down below if you think what's going to happen in this match or what your thoughts are for the other semifinal games that we have coming up for the Champions League. Because again, I think this is going to be the two of the better series. I think PSG is going to make it to the final as well. I think they're going to have a fairly easy chance getting to the final. And I think they're going to be the harder team to beat in the final. But again, I think Chelsea is going to make it to the final. And I'm hoping that they win the Champions League this year with Tuchel. So, hope you guys enjoy this. We'll see you next time.